Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I remember years ago. In fact, I am changing my profile pic to the OG to commemorate this story. Years ago, I had a friend of mine in my alliance download patch 12.0. And they thought, quite naively, as we all thought back then, that a nerf wasn't really going to be that big of a deal. And they reported in horror back to the rest of us in the Alliance chat that Scarlet Witch was so nerfed to the ground that even at max sig as a 4-star, she was unrecognizable. And he pleaded with the rest of us to wait as long as we could to download the patch to clear content. And so I proceeded in Act 4 to explore everything 100% solely with Scarlet Witch. I did the synergy at the time that got you the highest crit rating, and that used to be an amazing tool in Reddit posts, forum posts, just online in general. And the crits, back in the day, a 4-star Scarlet Witch could do more than like a 12-star Scarlet Witch could not fill out. Not damage-wise, but you could chain stun opponents into oblivion. You could regenerate health and stack that regen to the point that you were always at 100% health. And even if you lost like 70%, you'd be right back to 100% health. Like, well, maybe soon to be max sig 6-star Wolverine would. And then on top of that, I think most importantly, you would fire special 2s that were so powerful, one special 2 would knock out the opponent. I explored all of Act 4 and then downloaded the patch. And I'll never forget how sad I was to say goodbye to prime time pre-nerfed Scarlet Witch. We now know, and maybe Kabam will edit the plans because you want to talk about some all-time pushback from all levels of players, from free-to-play to the whales, the blubberiest of whales, to seemingly all YouTubers. I think everybody's in agreement that this revive spamming solution to take it away and replace it with the apothecary has been a gigantic middle finger to the player base, but also just a disaster worth of timing and planning. Not that that's a surprise for Kabam. Definitely not the first and won't be the last time that happens, but still sad. I don't know what your Act 3 looks like when it comes to revives. What I do when I'm looking to search for revives is I just go from quest to quest and scan it and see if there's a green revive somewhere. I have also been burned just last month because I don't normally revive farm. This is not my specialty. I still want to defend players on behalf of that ability since it's always been around. But I had really bad RNG. People were like, do this certain path. 90% of the time, a revive will pop up. Well, 0% of the time for me, a revive popped up. And I used at least a full energy refill worth of resetting the map, and it still didn't work. And so I actually had better luck in other paths that nobody even talked about. And I just thought, oh, it's interesting, but also weird. So my message to you is simple. If you are somebody who has yet to explore Act 8, some of Act 7, and certainly if you're looking to do hard but fair content, particularly if you have a high-ranking Hercules that's awakened, let's say you're going to go into special quests, and let's say you're going to do the Grandmaster's Gauntlet, right? Wait until the very last second to download that patch in April, and make it your goal over the course of the next several weeks. Well, I guess I shouldn't say several weeks. Really, it's less than 2 weeks, right? It's, just over 2 weeks. 15 days at the time of recording this. It'll be 14 days by the time it hits my channel. Make it the goal the next 2 weeks to take advantage of it if you need revives. Now, I am blessed in that I have them, or at least some, in the overflow already. But I will also say, 22-hour events are really a huge key to success now. 22-hour events, more than ever, are going to mean not just great things like 6-star 6-stone, but yeah, we know for a long time it's where the free revive comes from. Combination of 22-hour events, and honestly, just continuing to look over maps. I still think Act 5, they said Acts 1 through 3, so in theory Act 5 could still have some paths with revives. And they didn't say anything about energy refills, did they? Did I miss that? So maybe there's still places that you can spam energy. That'd be nice. I know people are ticked, they're bummed. I get it. Especially if this is how you beat hard content. But at the same time, I'm a solutions-oriented channel that tries to look at the bright side when I can. The next 14 days, you have 2 weeks to just spam it as much as possible. And hopefully, you'll build up the revives. That's my advice. Thanks for watching.